What's up squad, my name is ESO and welcome back to the channel where I show you all the unique weapons in Nuka World. And in this video guys, I will be showing you how to get this unique Gatling laser legendary weapon. But this weapon is actually bugged, almost as buggy as the quest you need to do to get it. But this Gatling laser will never run out of ammo, and you'll never have to reload it. And it's also possible to get it without the Nuka World DLC, but of course I'll talk about that more later. It really does have unlimited ammo though, it's absolutely ridiculous guys. You just hold down the trigger and let the damn laser show commence. The weapon itself is of course uniquely named Eternus. And I probably just butchered that name completely, but you guys know I'm terrible at this pronunciation thing. But we get it from this secret character in the Nuka World DLC. But I mean seriously guys, this weapon! Ghoul Apocalypse? No problem. Big scary behemoth attack? No problem. Deathclaw attack? Don't sweat it. It's absolutely mental guys, and I have had so much fun using it. However, actually getting the weapon for yourself is pretty damn complicated, which is why I've made this pretty intensive guide on how to help you get it yourself, because I want you guys to have a go with this weapon. But as you all know, most of the quests in Fallout 4 are really buggy, and this one is no exception. But I figured out a reliable way on how to get this weapon for yourself, and I've tested this out on several save files, and I've got some other people to help me with it as well, so I know that this is going to work for you. So now I'm going to show you how to get it. Then after all of that, I'll show you how you can modify your character and the weapon to do the maximum amount of damage with it, because there are a few little tricks with this weapon that I can't wait to share with you guys. So we actually acquire this weapon during the quest Immoral Combat. So some of you have probably not heard of this quest, while some of you have. But I myself didn't know about this quest, because it's so damn hard to get. But how the quest actually worked is basically a new person has travelled through the gauntlet, that you know, that assault course that we did at the very start of the DLC. And now they've reached the end and they're waiting to fight you. And because obviously you're the new overboss, you've got to kill them. Otherwise they'll get control of the park. So there's actually 6 different versions of this quest, because it's a repeatable quest that you do several times, where you'll have to battle a random unique character each time. And these characters use different fighting styles, but there's one specific enemy called the Rogue Knight. And this is the specific enemy we need to kill because he is holding the legendary unique Gatling laser with unlimited ammo. So basically you'll have to keep repeating this quest until you fight him. But ESO, how do we even start the quest and how do I repeat it? Well, this is the tricky bit guys, and this is why I made this video. Because some of you have probably already encountered this quest and you've done it a few times, but on the other hand, many of you that I've spoken to said you've never even heard of it. And I've had this issue too, and I've actually done every quest in Nuka World on this save file, and I've still not got this quest. So there's clearly a bug here guys. But I have found this trick to force solve this quest so it activates for everyone. So there is a shorter way we can do this, but I do first recommend that you fast travel to the Nuka World Transit, located here on the map. And once you are here, just come up the stairs on the left here, and you can once again go through the station and board the monorail, and we're just going to take the monorail now all the way back to the Commonwealth. And then once we arrive at the Commonwealth, you're going to want to take the train back again. It's meant to reset the trigger point within the quest line. Now some people have told me that they didn't need to travel back to the Commonwealth, while quite a few people have said that they did need to, so I highly suggest that you do this anyway the first time. So after we get off the train, we're going to now run through the Gauntlet Assault course once again. And obviously this is going to be really easy for you guys because there are no more traps there. And you'll only need to do this one more time. But this is all part of making that quest trigger for us. And I've tested this multiple different ways on a couple of save files, and this is the way that worked for both of them. It just really frustrates me, and I suppose it probably frustrates you guys as well, that we have to resort to these stupid methods to make the game work out for us, but hopefully they're going to patch this one soon. So literally run through the whole gauntlet from start to finish until you enter back into the Cola Car Arena, which is the most important bit. Literally going through this door is that trigger point. And then we're just going to run through the Cola Car Arena where we had the boss battle, and we're going to exit out the other side, back into Nuka World again. And depending where you are in the DLC, you may have to wait 24 hours in Nuka World, but usually for most people I spoke to, you should instantly hear the alarm going off on the Nuka Cars Arena. And that's basically what it looks like, guys. So don't worry if you do miss it, because one of the pack members will just say this to you.
Boss, someone's coming through the gauntlet. Go see Fritch. He'll tell you what to do.
And then we will get the quest, Immoral Combat. Finally. I know that's so much effort just to start this quest. But what we can do now, guys, is go and talk to Fritch. And of course, we're going to find him at the Nuka Cave, which is located just here if you didn't know. So that's where we're going to head over next. And once you arrive, just go and talk to him, and he's going to explain to us what's going on. So he says that somebody's just come through the gauntlet, and that you have a choice now if you want to fight him or not. So we're obviously going to want to fight them because we need that legendary item, guys. If you set him free, you will completely fail the quest. Now you can get the quest back again, but don't even risk that. So make sure that you pick to fight him, and then head back to the Cola Cars arena, where we'll actually be able to battle our opponent. And a quick input here, I do like the fact that they added this arena mode in. It's not very polished and it doesn't work very well, but I know a lot of people are asking for it, and I like the fact that they did make an effort there, I guess. But as I said before, guys, there are about 6 different unique named characters that you can fight. Now for me, they were all in the same order on both save files, but I do think that they might be random for some of you. So basically, we need to kill this challenger, and then once you've killed him, you will complete the quest. However, this is not the right challenger that we needed to kill, so we've got to repeat the quest until we get the correct one, which is obviously the Rogue Brotherhood of Steel Knight. So to reactivate the quest again, you must now retrace your steps through the Cola Cars arena back to the gauntlet. And make sure you come through this door, but you only need to come through the door and then just go back in again. And as soon as you come through the door, it should trigger the quest again for you. Literally as soon as you re-enter the arena this time. So it's really simple the next bit because you've already done it. We're just going to repeat the quest. Once again, just go back and talk to Fritch. And then we're going to say we want to fight him, come back to the Cola Cars arena, and kill the new challenger. And as I said before, there are 6 different unique challenges, so you must repeat this at least 6 times, or a minimum of 6 times, and eventually you will find the Renegade Knight. This guy is a unique character who wears a full set of T60 power armor, and also carries with him, most importantly, the unique laser Gatling gun. This is the last enemy we need to kill to obtain that legendary weapon with unlimited ammo. It's also worth noting though, that the other unique characters you face don't have any unique weapons, unfortunately, which is kind of sad. But even after you've completed this quest line, you can still go back the same method I showed you to get the quest so you can keep on fighting in the arena. Just go through that door and back again. But like, the arena is quite buggy. Sometimes the enemies just stand there and they don't attack you until you like almost kill them, and then they start fighting back. It's really weird, but you know, this one guy even killed himself. So now let's modify this weapon and our character to do insane amounts of damage with it. So just remember that you must have at least one of the ammo type that this weapon uses in order to actually fire the weapon, even though your ammo will then be unlimited, because obviously we can't fire it with no ammo whatsoever. So now you understand that, let's get back on the workbench and get to work. This weapon is almost fully upgraded, but I want to show you guys some cool options. Firstly, we've got the receiver that can be upgraded one further with the overcharged capacitator. This gives us another 20 damage, but you do need to get the perks to do it. So after we've done that, we can secondly get the barrel upgraded, and this is the part that's kind of quite interesting and we can have a bit of a debate on it. The gun itself already has the charging barrel upgrade, and this is obviously the best upgrade for the gun according to the game. It gives us better damage, but it does give you a much slower fire rate. And I mean much slower. But as you can see, it does give you decent amounts of damage. But alternatively, we can get the standard barrel. This gives you an insane rate of fire, almost the fastest in the game. And actually, if you do the maths, the damage per second that this barrel does is in fact higher than the better upgraded version. And with this Gatling weapon, guys, each shot will slightly stagger your enemy. So what you'll find is that if you get the one that fires faster, you will just repeatedly stagger your enemy and they won't be able to get to you. So in my opinion, it's much more effective. And of course, there's also the fact we have unlimited ammo for this gun. So firing faster doesn't matter to us because we're not wasting any ammo. There are, however, 2 things to consider. Firstly, the faster firing one is less accurate. As you can see, it's not too bad, but If something's really far away, like really long range sniper level, you might have a bit of an issue. But usually you probably won't be using this gun like that at that range anyway. And as you can see, the slower firing one is much more accurate with less recoil. But considering you cannot put a scope on this weapon, does it really matter? To be honest, I think the trade-off for the damage per second of the faster firing one is much better. And it also looks so much cooler. Which, I mean, hands down, that's the argument right there. As long as it looks cool, I want that on my gun. And now this also brings me on to mentioning a special little thing we can do. If you use the chem called Overdrive, which I know I mentioned to you guys in a previous video, we can actually critical hit outside VATs. So many people just don't know this, but this chem gives you a plus 25% chance to crit outside VATs. And this is incredible because usually you cannot do that. So what this means is that we will crit 1 in every 4 shots, statistically. And considering how fast this gun fires, we're going to be critting so often. And if you have the better criticals perk, you can in fact make this weapon's crits do 172.5 damage. And guys, if you want to make the overdrive chem for yourself, you must use 2 acid, 1 Nuka Cola, and 1 psycho. The chem itself will last for 8 minutes unless you have the max rank of the chemistry perk, and then it will last for half an hour. Either way, it's a pretty long time, and that's real lifetime there. So for the scope of this weapon though, it's already got the reflex scope on, and this is the best we can get, so don't worry about that. Next though, let's talk about how we're going to build our character and what perks we should get. So without considering criticals, we must first get the heavy gunner perk. And at rank 5, this is going to make our Gatling laser do double damage. Absolute beast mode. Also, we're going to be getting the Bloody Mess perk. This will make all types of damage that we do increase by 15%, and that also stacks with those critical attacks guys. So with Bloody Mess, our crits are now doing 200 damage, which is just fantastic. And also this gun fires really fast, so your DPS is now going to be crazy. And obviously, with the setup we're using, I highly suggest that you mainly focus on using this gun outside VATs. But overall, I'd say this is just a really fun weapon, and it looks cool as well. And I had just had a great time using it. But as I mentioned before guys, it is possible to get this weapon without the Nuka World DLC, because as I already showed you, the legendary prefix on this weapon is never ending, and that prefix is what actually causes the bug. The only difference is that in Nuka World we can get it guaranteed, whereas outside Nuka World we can still get it, but it's just going to be a lot harder. Instead, what we're going to have to do is farm the legendary item. And this can be time consuming, and it does depend a bit on your luck to get the right legendary item. So I'll leave a collection of legendary farming guides down in the description if that interests you guys. And if anyone else wants to suggest some good locations, please do and I'll add them onto the description. But guys, thanks again for watching, and of course if this video helps you out, please do give it a like just to show your support. And of course make sure you subscribe to my Facebook, Instagram and Twitter so you never miss any daily Fallout 4 video guides. Once again guys, thanks so much for watching. My name is ESO and I will see you, loyal subscriber, in the next Fallout 4 video guide. Goodbye and have a great day.